back to the fence, and that's gone.
There it is. Ace to win the set. It's caught. 20-10 touchdown.
This is going to be in the gap.
Yes! Yes! Goal! Go to the deflection. The Ann Arbor Huskies win their first state championship. And good evening and welcome to Champlin Park High School. Tonight it's volleyball. Number 1 Champlin Park takes on Coon Rapids tonight. And we close in on the end of the regular season. Champlin Park started the year as number 1, took some time out of the top spot. Now they're right back after a tournament win over Lakeville North. Great match there, winning it 2-1. Rebels are playing really well.
Yeah, they are, and they have the toughest schedule in the state. They put the toughest opponents on the state. They played Lakeville North 3 times this year and ended up winning 1 out of the 3. And we had the first. We opened up with them in a sensational matchup between the two, but they didn't have. Champlin Park Rebels didn't have Carly Gilk.
And Carly Gilk right now leading the team in kills, 164 kills, and wasn't with the team early in the year. Meanwhile, it's been a struggle for the Cardinals this year, 1-15 overall, but a little bit of good news for them. They were recently able to get a match win and some positivity going. As a matter of fact, they beat Northern St. Paul at the Hastings Invitational, but a tall order for Coon Rapids tonight.
Yeah, and it's had a chance to talk to Talena Radiditz before the match, and she talked about, hey, you know what, this is building. This is, we're excited to be here, but we're working with this group, but the culture needs to come from the younger, and even they're into the middle schools. They're trying to build numbers, and they say that they're having some success with it. So I'd look out for the Coon Rapids program to make some steps up in the next couple of years.
Yeah, Champlin Park, as you mentioned, Coon Rapids closing in on the end of the regular season. After tonight, Champlin Park on the road at Centennial. Then they host St. Michael, Albertville, Wayzata, and Andover to close it out. And for Champlin Park, they have had very good teams in recent years, but they have had to get by Wayzata. And a year ago, the Trojans ran the table on the way to the 4A title, one of the great volleyball teams ever assembled.
Yeah, and fortunately for Champlin, there was some graduations that happened, and Wayzata is still very good, but not the same team they had last year.
Yeah, so tonight it is Champlin Park, Coon Rapids here on QCTV. The Rebels on their home floor in navy, white numerals. Coon Rapids off to the right in white with red numerals, and we're just about set. We're just dotting the I's, crossing the T's on the lineup for these teams, getting the rotation straightened away, and we're just about ready to go. And John Yunker's done such a good job, of course, state champion in volleyball, and a lot of good teams, and this program just keeps on rolling.
Yeah, it does, and it's great to see him back on the bench. And I know I guess about a year and a half ago, he had quite a scare, and great to see him back on the bench. And he does such a great job with this culture, and just being able to get some superstars and get them into his culture and his system is excellent.
And we have senior libero Lily Holine checking into the game for Champlin Park, and we are ready to go. She is wearing right, and Coon Rapids will get us started here tonight. Lexi Cuvas will start the serve, and the Rebels over in 1, and Champlin Park goes to work. They'll set it up, tapped over there by Magnan. Opportunity in the middle for the Cardinals. Good dig in the back, and Coon Rapids is going to get a point, so they start with the lead.
Yeah, nice job by just getting it over and dropped it right in that back line. Tough dig.
Cuvas, 9th grader, serves. That's stuck out of there by Gilk. They'll send it across. Big swing and the point down the line. Tessa Magnan, 47 kills coming in. It's even at 1. Rebels to serve.
Yeah, Magnan, excellent. I mean, both the number 7 and number 9 can jump out of the gym. They have hops that are Just incredible.
Lilia Holine will serve. Cardinals go to work. They just tap it over. Now Champlin Park in the middle, but that's long. Good swing by Howe off the assist attempt in the middle there by Axness. And now it's 2-1 Cardinals.
Yeah, Axness is a little unsung hero. She's been a setter for 4 years for Champlin Park.
Axness back set, swing for Gilk into the net. 3-1 Cardinals, so the Rebels off to a slow start. Bit of a surprise here, and the Cardinals will continue their serve, and this is Maddie Wilbur, a junior outside hitter. So the Cardinals have to feel pretty good about this start against the number 1 Rebels. That serve long.
Like, you've got to stay away from the service errors. That you're just not going to be able to stay in a match against a good team with some service errors.
There's Carly Gilk, the senior, 164 kills, 15 service aces. They let that one fly, and it's 4-2. Speaking of service errors, Coon Rapids with the lead and the serve.
Yeah. 2 in a row. Back line got lucky because there was a swing and a miss on the by the libero, Riley Powers.
And Powers to serve right now. Riley, a junior. High arcing serve to the back. Holine has it. Axness in the middle. Tapped over. Kept alive by the Cardinals. They send it near side. And a chance for Champlin Park. Back set. Swing by Adler. And a point to the Rebels.
Nice swing by Adler. Real definitive and another great set. Just, disguises where they're going. She does such a nice job.
And on the serve, Ava Bolter. 35 set assists. 32 service aces. There's one off the tape, tied at 4. And Bolter, libero as well, and not wearing the white shirt. Bolter an ace, and she leads the team in service aces. Good heavy serve. Over in 2. And now the Cardinals go to work. In the middle, into the net.
Yeah, just missed time jump by Foster, Lydia Foster, the middle hitter.
And Bolter will continue her serve. Ava Bolter, one of the seniors, 5'9". And that one just over the tape. Another ace. And you can see how much smoke she gets on that serve, right over the tape and down.
Yeah, just a little top spin on it. It dives on you. So you see that back line for Coon Rapids now move up.
4 in a row for the Rebels. Bolter into the net this time. Cardinals down by 1. They'll serve. And back there to serve for Coon Rapids, Kiara Radke, junior. Gilk sends it to the front. In the middle, there's a big swing. Catherine Adler, another kill. 2 so far in the opening set.
In the middle, she is sensational. She just she elevates. Great job again by the Rebels.
Riley Inman to serve, 75 kills coming in. Inman to the back line. Cardinals move it to the front. On the far side, that was Nelson. Cardinals, Nelson again, taps it over deep. That's Axness, far side. Nice block by Coon Rapids. Terrific point for the Cardinals.
Yeah, that was, I believe that was Bella Nelson. Senior just got up there and put it right back into the Champlin Park side. You see.
That's a nice block. Textbook. Yeah. Cardinals down by 1 serving. Near side, look out. Adler, 3rd kill. Rebels by 2, and she'll serve.
Well, just the execution of these guys has been good. Boy, it's another service here. Wow. It's the 3rd one for Champlin Park.
And for Champlin Park, you're coming in. You've had some big wins. The likes of Lakeville South, Lakeville North at the Apple Valley Invite. Then you beat Minnetonka in 4, and now you take on a team that struggled this year. And they're trying to find their footing. Gilk taps it over and down. Nice touch.
Yeah, she really does a nice job. She understands. She watched the last block that happened there and decided to just tip it over.
And Reese Axness, another senior, 5'10", coming in, 399 set assists, and now well over 400 already, and that'll go as an ace. Little problem in the back line there. Tao didn't have any help.
Yeah. And Maddie Wilbur just kind of let it drop in front of her.
Axness to serve. And now the Cardinals are going to move it to the front. They're just going to bump that over. Blocked right back. Cardinals keep it alive. Now they go to work. Axness, back set, Gilk.
You know, your setters can look a lot better when you've got a Gilk on your team.
Yeah, Gilk and Adler up front. That helps.
Yep, it certainly does.
Axness to serve. Over and one, tap back by Gilk. Then dunked, but into the net. Into the net goes Howe, and the Cardinals are going to get it. Yeah.
I don't know what the cheering was for, but
Howe clearly went into the net, and now the Cardinals are going to serve, and this is Cuvas to serve. Lexi Cuvas, once again, 9th grader. Good floating serve. Gilk in the middle. Oh, boy.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
Lily Holine to serve.
See right here, Gilk just right down the middle.
And that's just look out.
Yeah, get out of the way, don't get hurt.
Tapped over by the Cardinals. Holine is going to set it up near his side. Gilk puts it down, 13-8, and the Rebels starting to pull away.
You know what? You just watch the back line be able to support that front line. You saw Axness there be able to know that tip was going to go. Nice serve again.
Holine with the ace.
Yep.
3 in a row for the Rebels. That's just such an advantage when you can get that serve deep and make the team play that, at the back line.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's another good, that's another ace. 4 in a row for the Rebels. And a timeout on the floor, and that is a good timeout right there. Cardinals did some things well early, and now it's kind of like, it's such a confidence game, isn't it, Jim?
It is. And I think Champlin Park, big win this weekend over Lakeville North. Yep. You kind of got the cobwebs there, and sometimes it takes a couple of points to get going. But Coon Rapids did everything right probably the first 5 points. They were on it the first 5 points. We saw some good defense up with blocking up at the net, and they continue. They continue to improve is what I think the coaches are looking for.
And a good start by Adler. She has, by my count, 3 kills here in this first set. Carly Gilk has picked it up. She has 3 in her own right. And then, of course, Reese Axness, the setter in the middle. And once again, all the great volleyball teams, to have a chance to win state, you have to have the hitters, but you have to have the great setter as well.
Yeah, and Axis she's going to Ball State in Indiana.
Line to serve.
Thank you to Lisa Stremmel for that info.
And that one out. That hit just a little long. That was Radke. And it's 16-8. The Rebels have doubled them up, and they have scored 5 in a row.
Holine's, she's on a roll right now.
And that one out. 16-9. Cardinals get the serve here in set number 1.
They've got good communication, and when you've got Gilk, who's been a 4-year starter, Axness has been a 4-year starter. Those, the experience for the other folks, you've got almost 2 coaches out on the floor right now.
They played a lot of points. Nelson couldn't get that over the net, and the Rebels get the serve back at 17-9, and Carly Gilk to serve. And that one's long. Good idea to let it fly.
Yeah. He's 0 for 2 so far.
And then it's on to section play, and then there's just no margin for error. Wayzata still in the section. They are ranked outside of the top 10 right now.
Yep. Inman with an excellent kill.
And the Rebels extend their lead back to 18-10. And serving here is Ava Bolter. Once again, Bolter just outstanding serves. And that one out, and the Rebels are going to get the point.
Yeah, you're just good communication between not only just one of the Rebels on the floor, but 4 or 5 are talking about what, and it's great to hear that. That's a successful team right there. Oof.
And there's an ace. Nelson couldn't handle that one, and it's 20-10. The one thing I do know so far this volleyball season, these gyms are warm. It's still warm in here tonight. It was hot for that Anoka Andover match the other night I did with Tim. It was really hot up there. Powers, and they send it over. Here's Gilk to the front. Axness in the middle. Dug out of there, but the point to Champlin Park. That was Adler, another big swing. But and there's no breeze in the top few rows of the bleachers at Andover. They had the fans circulating the air, but it was really hot for that A-Town showdown. Won by the Tornadoes in 4, 21-10, by the way. And we have another timeout on the floor. And that's what's been so unusual. I don't know if you caught it, Jim, but, weather-wise, this is on track to be the warmest and driest September on record.
It's great.
Warmest and driest.
Yeah, it's great when you're sitting here and enjoying it outside.
That's right. Yeah. It has been warm in all these gyms,
Yep.
And you can't blame them because typically you don't need AC in the field houses at Anoka or Andover or here at Champlin Park, but it is another warm one here tonight. They do have the big fans circulating the air down on the floor, 21-10. This was very tight, 8-7. And then the Rebels have certainly pulled away. 13-3 run to this point, and Adler will continue to serve out of that timeout. Another good serve, and it's just so much top spin on that. The way she turns that over.
Wash, rinse, repeat. That is, it's the same spot almost every serve.
And just drive it to the back third, make them do something with it. And that gets to the net. Chance for the Cardinals to turn the tide. And they do. Nelson with a nice swing. Rebels got a piece, but Coon Rapids gets it back. And that's exactly what. Field that serve, keep it alive, and they made the most out of it.
Absolutely. And we've seen Nelson a couple times up at the net with a couple of nice blocks, at least one nice block. That one a nice kill. Good job of that senior.
Radke to serve. That one gets deep. Good serve there. Axness. And that's put away by Riley Inman. We close in on set point here tonight. And just like that, it's funny how that works. You get a kill, and then they serve, and that's the case here.
Yeah.
Riley Inman, just a sophomore, getting big minutes. That was double hit. And now we're at set point 24-11 here in set number 1. And Inman will serve for it. 5'10" sophomore. Big serve to the back. Cardinals have a chance. Back set. Nelson taps it over. Kept alive there by Axness. Now they send it over, and Magnan will get the point and the set win. 25-11. Rebels close it out. Steve Thompson, Jim Childs, our QCTV crew tonight. Thanks so much for joining us. And Jim, no doubt about it, Rebels slow start, but then they showed why they're ranked number 1.
Well, you think about the first 10 or 15 points that you mentioned. There was some rallies there. There wasn't a whole lot of rallies after that. It was pretty much dominated by the Rebels.
Rebels take set 1, set number 2 on the way here in a moment on QCTV. And we are back here at Champlin Park. Rebels win set number 1, 25-11. Coon Rapids got off to a good start, but the Rebels took over there. And as I mentioned, Champlin Park started the year, Jim, at number 1, fell out of that top spot. But you pointed out they play a great schedule. I mean, in conference, there's good teams in the Northwest Suburban. But I think John Younker's attitude, we'll play anybody.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. And, I mean, just the fact that they have the Lakeville North, Lakeville South on the schedule as many times as they do. I mean, I know that they played Lakeville North 3 times. And, it's if you're going to beat the best, you got to play the best.
Yeah, they got Prior Lake. They got Eastridge on the schedule already. I mean, they will take on. And you look, Champlin Park, Lakeville North, Lakeville South, your top 3. In conference, you've also got
Maple
Rogers
Grove,
as well.
Yeah.
You got Maple Grove, and Anoka's solid.
Yeah.
Andover's shown signs this year. They took a set from Anoka in a game you saw here on QCTV. So, but the Anoka Tornadoes, I think, really one of the great stories a year ago. It was all about Wayzata. But Anoka had a great run-through section and a phenomenal state tournament, taking 3rd overall.
Yeah.
That was tremendous.
Yeah, they've really, and they've got some of the same pieces back from last year. I know the Reader's back, and they've got a good program, and they can build on that. 2 times get to the state twice, and then all of a sudden that's a streak, and that's kind of a tradition at that point. Something you can level set your program to.
Yeah, Hayden Reeder, so fun to watch. Plays with great joy. I told Tim this. We've worked some Anoka matches together, and I love a player in any sport, whatever it is, that plays with that kind of joy and is having that much fun. And she's one of those, and terrific. And we will have Anoka coming up again on QCTV against Maple Grove, I believe, next week. Here we go, set number 2. And here come the Rebels. Reeves Haxness, setter extraordinaire, will serve away. Lucy Howe will sit down, and Lily Holine on the floor, the libero. First serve of the set. Cardinals are going to need to work to pop that over, and they do. Their libero. Powers does the honor. Haxness, back set, Gilk, block, but the point. Cardinals set up the block, but too much power there, and the Rebels have a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, Kira Radke got up there, and it just, she hit the tape on the block, went back down to her feet.
There's Agnes again. Cardinals send it over. Gilk has to pop it back in, and the Rebels just send it over with Agnes. Cardinals an opportunity in the middle. Just send it over. Axness Right in the middle, tapped over and down. Point there for Nola Hader Harrelson, a senior for Champlin Park, and they lead 2-0.
One thing you watch with Axness varies her serve every time. Sometimes he'll drop it right at the feet of that, and sometimes she'll go long.
And that's a point. Double hit there for Coon Rapids. Trying to set it was Cuvas, and double hit, 3-0 Rebels. Another good serve into the middle, dug out of there by Powers. Cardinals send it over. Rebels go to work. Holine sends it across. Gilk, look at that. Cross court in the far corner. 4-0 Champlin Park.
You can't hit what you can't see. And that one was a laser. So.
Yeah, and, you know, I think like any great pitcher you'll see in baseball, she can change speeds. Yep. She's got the changeup, she's got the fastball, and that was kind of an intermediate into that far corner.
Yeah, and she's down the line, or she can go cross court. She's just fun to watch. It's if you get a chance to come to want to see a great volleyball team, this is well worth the price of admission.
And let's take a look at those rankings right now. As we mentioned, Champlin Park, #1, and then the Lakeville schools. It is extraordinary. I think those,
that's September 8th.
Those may be old.
Yeah.
But we can run them down anyway. Champlin Park 1, Lakeville North 2, Lakeville South 3, then Rogers Egan, Prior Lake 6, Eastridge, Chaska, Roseville, and Chan round out the top 10 as we close in on the end of September.
Yeah, some names we haven't heard before. Roseville up there. We haven't seen them for a while.
Wayzata at the moment out of the top 10. That is sent over, and that's a point. Nice swing over there by Maddie Wilbur. And the Cardinals will get to serve back down 4-1 in set number 2, but a nice job by Wilbur.
Yeah, absolutely. Life coming out of the timeout. Nice job to be able to get a point right off the bat.
And how about that? Wilbur serves.
How many times do you see that? Huh?
Axness in the middle.
Oh, what a dig.
Dug out of there by Coon Rapids, and then the point for the Cardinals. Very nice point for Coon Rapids. And I think that was Banks in the middle.
Yeah, Powers with a beautiful dig.
Oh. Yeah. That was Gilk bringing the heat. They dug that out of there.
Yeah, and what an excellent job. Those are the points you build off of.
Oh, no doubt. You're playing #1 on their floor, blocked out by the Cardinals, but they had the block set up over there, but it went out. Rebels serve 5-2.
I would consider that a good timeout. I mean, you come out and you were down 4-0, and now you got cut it 2 points out of it.
Holine, that'll be an ace. She drove it right at Wilbur, and it kind of handcuffed her into the net. She couldn't do much with that one.
Yeah.
Holine to serve again.
I did watch Wayzata last week. They are still very good. You had mentioned that.
Oh, legendary coach. Scott Jackson Gilk over with the left hand to the line and a point. And that shows the touch.
Yeah, yep.
Just a nice swing. Took something off it. And the Rebels lead 7-2. Holine continues. It's tapped over by Nelson, dug out by Holine. Near side Gilk. That caught the net. Did that get touched? No, it went out.
It went out, yep.
Point to the Cardinals.
Yep.
And now it's Powers. Riley Powers to serve. Axness sends it back. And is that a point? It is for Adler. Adler first kill of the set, 8-3 Rebels.
Adler from the midline there.
Yeah, she was, mid-court for sure. That's Gilk to serve. Cardinals keep it alive. Nice job by Powers to keep that alive. Gilk in the back, sends it to the front. Axness, back set, blocked. Adler blocked. Point Cardinals, very nice block.
Yeah, that's Nelson and Foster. Both of those two have worked really well together at the net.
That's a solid point for the Cardinals. And now they will serve. Radke in the middle. Adler. No.
It's out.
And it'll be Radke again. Kara Radke. She's a junior. Gilk in the back, sends it to Axness. All the way across. Inman popped into the air. Cardinals keep it alive. Nice job. Another good job by Powers there, libero. Axness in the middle. Dug out again. Inman couldn't, or I should say Adler couldn't put it away. Axness sends it all the way across. That's Inman, and that's wide.
Well, Coon Rapids is on a roll right now. You can see the enthusiasm, but they're playing with purpose. I mean, when they got down in that first set, it just kind of got away from them. This one, they're in.
Axness in the middle. That is tapped over by Adler. Cardinals back at it. Nelson sent it over. Axness all the way across. Here's Inman. Finally a point for the Rebels. They're up by 3 and will serve.
Bella Nelson is having an excellent set for the Cardinals. She's all over the place.
Now they got to deal with Ava Bolter.
Yeah.
And for the Cardinals to stay in this, they can't allow her to get on a roll right now.
Nope.
Gilk in the back, sends it to the front. Axness, swing there by Adler. A point to the Rebels.
You've got Gilk on the back line. You've got Adler in the front. I mean, and an excellent setter in Axness. Pretty fun to watch.
On the sophomore Inman up there, that's when you have Gilk in the back. They still have a lot of talent. Tapped over by the Cardinals. Axness sends it across. Here's Inman, and the point to the Rebels.
That was an excellent job of just making sure that you get it in, and dropped it right at the feet of the front line.
Well, here's Bolter. Doesn't have an ace in this run, but on a run nevertheless. Hit the tape. Cardinals keep it alive. That'll be tapped over. Gilk in the back keeps it alive. In the middle, Adler, a point. So she isn't flat out dominating this run with her serve, but Champlin Park is at the net right now. Bolter, that's an ace.
Well, one thing about her serve is it's so difficult to get a good return on it. And it just puts the Rebels in a spot when you get a free ball because they just can't get it set up.
Yeah, I mean, you're just so defensive trying to. Another ace. So as soon as I mentioned she hasn't been dominating with her serve, that's 2 aces in a row, and the Rebels pulling away in set number 2. And Ava Bolter will continue. What a weapon she is,
yeah. Yep.
especially at this spot in a set.
Yeah.
There's another ace.
That's 3 in a row.
And the thing is, you get into this stage, and maybe it's tight, and then she gets an opportunity to serve, and you pull away, and the middle of the set.
Yeah, she can put some distance in between.
Powers kept it alive. They'll just send it over. That one's tapped over. Good vision by Reese Axness. And when a setter can do that on top of it.
Well, your front line can't move then. Your front line is frozen on, okay, is this going to be a tip? Is it, what is it going to be? So
this is a 8-0 run for Champlin Park. Cardinals send it over. Nelson blocked back. What a block by Adler in the middle. 17-6. It was 8-6. Now it's 17-6. And Bolter continues to serve. Another big serve. Another ace. Third in the last 4, Jim.
Yeah, it's you can see the confidence growing with her at every serve. She's routine. She goes through the same movement.
Just a weapon over the tape and down.
I thought I jinxed her.
Had enough on it to coax that over the net. 19-6. 4 aces in the last 5 serves for Bolter. Another.
That one didn't even get touched.
No, and she went near side, near corner.
Yep.
And now it's 20-6, and this is a clinic right now. I have a Bolter at the service line, and we're going to get a timeout. I'll tell you what, Cardinals have struggled this year, but I think any team would struggle with how she's serving at the moment.
You're right, and even if they would probably have some returns, but it'd be defensive returns, or you just don't have the chance to get your offense set up when she is throwing lasers.
Well, and you made that point really early. Even when she wasn't getting aces early in the service run, the Cardinals were fighting it off and then just trying to pop it over, setting up the free ball situation.
Yep.
And then the Rebels and all their skill, front and back, were able to take total advantage. You can't give them too many of those free balls.
No, you really can't. Not against a good team like this. They just don't make mistakes.
So out of the timeout, Bolter back at it. Once again, this set was 8-6. And the Rebels have scored 12 in a row, and Ava Bolter continues to serve.
Well, she came in as their leading server, and she's cushioning those numbers.
Another big serve. Cardinals get it toward the net. They will send it over. Whole line to Axness. They'll send it across. That's Inman. Kept alive by the Cardinals off the rafters. And they'll tap it over. Rally here, tapped over. That was Adler. Back to work go the Cardinals. Nice job to keep it alive by Bolter in the back with whole line in the middle. Blocked and the point. Adler in the middle, another block. Her second block in this run.
Yeah. Inman and Adler both got up.
Yeah. That was a long point. And Bolter's still serving. Another ace.
Yep.
She may have served this thing out.
Start the third set with her again and see how far she goes. I mean, I don't know what the etiquette is for that, but boy, I tell you what, I don't think you mess with a streak, right?
She is rolling, and then that one long, 22-7. Cardinals get the serve back, but that's as good a service run as I've seen in a while.
Yeah. And the fact that she was able to get in as many serves without a service error and as hard as she's hitting it and placing it where it was, pretty impressive.
Yeah, she wasn't going, into the middle at the half line.
Nope.
There's a chance. Adler again. Adler having quite a set. She was very good in the first.
Yes, she was.
23-7.
Freshman Riley Tilkian.
Yeah, Magnan sits down. Cardinals are going to send it over. Free ball opportunity. Champlin Park. Axness. Adler. Another winner. Right at the back line. 24-7. Set point. And now to serve Riley Inman. Champlin Park won the opener 25-11. That off the tape. Over and won by the Cardinals. And now they send it across. Tilke, there it is. Riley Tilke, the 9th grader, put it away, and Champlin Park wins set number 2, 25-7. They got the first 4 points of the set, and then I think we could write down Ava Bolter's name.
for the rest. Yeah. She was sensational. That was excellent.
Yeah. Outstanding second set for the number 1 team in the state. Set number 3 coming up. Champlin Park leading Coon Rapids 2-0 here on QCTV.
At Animal Humane Society, we've always been committed to helping you find your new best friend. But we do so much more than adoption, because Animal Humane Society is more than a shelter. We offer pet training classes, low-cost vet care, and free, friendly pet advice and resources. We're working to end animal abuse in Minnesota and host programs for kids of all ages, ushering in a new generation of animal lovers. We specialize in second chances, but Animal Humane Society is more than a shelter. We keep people and pets together. We're changing the world for animals and the people who love them. And we're doing it with people like you by our side. Learn more at animalhumanesociety.org.
And we are back at Champlin Park. Big thanks to our great QCTV crew tonight. Number 1 Champlin Park leading Coon Rapids 2-0. And quick recap, set number 1, Rebels win at 25-11. It was very close early. Rebels pull away. And then in set number 2, the Rebels dominate behind the serve of Ava Bolter. That was quite a run. They win at 25-7. But the Cardinals have done some things well. They've had their moments tonight where they've had some nice plays, they've had some nice kills, some nice blocks. They have some points to remember against the number 1 team in the state. That is for sure.
Absolutely. And you know what? You're just trying. As a coach, you're going to pick out the good plays and say, "Listen, you can do it. You can play against these guys. You just have to be. You have to do it more. You have to get these more often." So, absolutely.
So a good run here for Champlin Park to start this. Coon Rapids will get the opportunity here in set number 3. Lexi Cubas will serve. Kilk with the dig. And the point, Champlin Park. They fed Tessa Magnan, 6-foot junior, and she put it away. Rebels get the first point of the set, and they'll serve. Lily Holine to serve, the libero tonight. 5'4" senior. Cardinals to the net. They somehow got it over. Terrific play there by Banks. Point to the Rebels.
Well, I tell you what, Inman's got a nice swing, doesn't she?
Oh.
I mean, it's just, she just is able to contort her body the right way. Wow.
Holine again. Cardinals get it near side, send it over. That was Radke. Now in the middle, a chance for Champlin Park, and the point. Kyra Bellison, 6'1" junior. Bellison makes it 3-0 Champlin Park. Bellison on the floor. Another good serve by Holine. Near side, Radke. Dug out in the back. That was Adler. And that's Gilk. That was touched by the Cardinals. And the point, 4-0.
A good job by Gilk to go cross court on that one again.
And that one's long. Cardinals will serve down 3.
So Nelson comes in again. At times when she's on that front line, she can really help this Cardinal team keep this close.
Maddie Wilbur to serve. Gilk near his sideline. In the middle, another opportunity. Bellison, another point. 5-1, Gilk to serve.
It's amazing how many good outside hitters are lefties.
That one dug out of there by Wilbur. Sent over by the libero Powers. Near side, Adler. Kept alive by Coon Rapids. Powers moves it over to Radke. Champlin Park goes to work. That's Inman. Turned right back by the Cardinals. Near side, Adler long.
Best rally so far of the night. Coon Rapids did a great job of being able to dig out some of the big hits by Champlin Park and win the point.
And Riley Powers to serve, the libero. She terrific digs tonight.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
All over the floor, doing a good job. Holiner counterpart digs it out. This is Inman. Oh.
You could see she was adjusting as she went up, and she wanted it almost going on a zero angle. Just hit it a little bit too far.
Powers, another serve. And it's in the middle, and that's a point for Adler. Adler from Axness. 6-3 Rebels. And now Ava Bolt, who dominated with her serve.
Do we need to find out where the light switches are and shut her down, or what?
Yeah, we'll see. Pressure's on the first one, and that is in. Powers sends it over. Gilk in the back, moves it to the front. And look out. Almost straight down goes Adler off a perfect set from Marie Axness. That was almost straight down.
She is so good in the middle. She just, timing, excellent. Elevation.
Bolter. Into the net. Well, 7-4. And the Cardinals get a break. And this will be Radke. That one wide.
You know, since that early part of that first set, I don't think we've had a lot of service errors from Coon Rapids. They've been able to at least get that ball in.
There's Riley Inman. Cardinals to the net, far side. Champlin Park sends it to Gilkin back. And a big swing there from deep.
She was basically at the free throw line when she ripped that one.
And Riley Inman will continue to serve. Bach into the net, 10-4. Johnny Unker substituting in, but letting a lot of his top players play. Axness across. Here's Tilke. Cardinals keep it alive. Now Nelson blocked. Point to Champlin Park.
You know, the one thing I think, you know, by keeping Axness in and Gilk in, some of the subs get a chance to play with you know, high pressure and high intensity players, and it kind of brings up their elevation on play.
Radke sends it over. Axness in the middle. That's Adler. And that'll be the point to Champlin Park. 12-4. And that really is a good point. And I think that's how you kind of build depth.
Yep.
And you never know when you're going to need these bench players to step up and play with the likes of Axness and Adler and Gilk. In the back, Nelson sends it over. That was Inman. Now they send it across. Tilke. That'll be a point to Champlin Park. And they're running away here in the third.
Well, I think that one might have been out, but you just never know. I mean, you've got to. It looked like that was going to be a little deep.
6 in a row for the Rebels. Another point to Champlin Park. 14-4 here in the third.
Riley Inman is on one of those heaters.
Another good serve. Powers in the back. Cardinals are just going to need to send it over. Free ball opportunity. Axness across. Tilke got it over the net. Tap back by the Cardinals. Good play over there by Nelson. Gilkin back. and she's way back there and still able to get tons of air.
What a weapon. You can set her up anywhere.
Just let it fly. Adler's going to sit down now. A timeout, 15-4 here in the third. And we did talk a little bit about how the regular season is getting short. Just 4 to go for Champlin Park after tonight. Maybe we can take a look at that schedule. Yeah. And we'll see if we've got the Cardinals or the Rebels up first. But nevertheless, it goes very quickly.
Yeah.
Section's getting started here, a couple of weeks away. So here's what we got coming up on QCTV. I mentioned Maple Grove, Adenoka next week. And another opportunity for the Tornadoes. I still think they have a good chance.
Well, Section 7's wide
go
open.
deep in the playoffs.
It's wide
sections.
open right now, and I would consider Anoka the favorite. So
Yeah.
boys and girls soccer for Coon Rapids and Champlin Park coming up on the 2nd. Big football game. Blaine has absolutely come back from a couple of rough years, and they're looking good this year.
Yeah, Champlin Park struggled out of the gate. They've been playing better, and they had a tough one at Maple Grove. So that's coming up on QCTV, and more to come in October. Nelson, big drive and a point. Nice swing by Nelson over there. Isabella Nelson, the senior.
Yep.
And it's 15-5, and the Cardinals are going to serve.
You know, the Champlin Park Rebel football team, they've got 50 seniors on that team.
Tau to serve. Rebels send it across. Axness. And the point, Champlin Park. Axness over on the side is kind of like, well, I didn't hit it that hard, but it worked.
She's like, I'm not used to being over here. I'm used to getting the setting instead of getting set.
Alyssa Schmidt to serve, and that's well long. 16-6. Cardinals will get it back. So Schmidt, 5'7" senior, with the serve out. And now the Cardinals back at it. And now it's Lydia Foster for Coon Rapids. And that one is going to go long. 17-6.
Now we're getting some substitutions come in. Riley Telke in, along with Kira Bellison.
And Axness to serve. And that one's long. Oh. Team's trading service here is now here in the third. 17-7. Cardinals back at it. But once again, it goes quick. October starts next week, then it's on to sections. And then the state tournament at the XL Energy Center. And I'll tell you what, 1A, 2A, 3A, the big schools, and 4A. State volleyball tournament. I still don't understand why Channel 45 hasn't picked up at least Championship Saturday.
Yeah, I don't get it either. It's
great.
Yeah.
Into the net. Tilke is going to get the point. Cardinals tried to dig it out. Towen back couldn't. But
well, Well, I would say that Minnesota's got to be probably a top 10 state for volleyball as far as talent-wise goes, and why you wouldn't want to have that televised, and beyond me.
Holine with the ace, 19-7. And really, if you, with the 2 courts and so on and so forth, I think you could set it up on Championship Saturday to roll all 4 of your championship matches later in the day.
Yep.
And make those available, because it is terrific sports entertainment. Inman tried to put it away, couldn't. Cardinals keep it alive. It's a free ball for Champlin Park. Axness in the middle. Back set Gilk. Somehow returned, and the point for Coon Rapids. That is their point of the night.
What a great job and dig by Kravas.
I mean, that is one that's kind of like, hey, I dug one out against the great Carly Gilk, and it went for a point.
Yep.
Rebels try to keep it alive, and then Gilk has to avoid the referee stand. 19-9. But, yeah, I mean, that was one she just dug out, and it fell where no Rebels were. And Gilk to serve. Actually, it's 20-8, excuse me. 20-8. Point of the night for the Cardinals for sure. Gilk, big serve. Cardinals are going to have to bat it over. Powers does. Holine gets it to Axness. They send it across. Inman. She puts it away.
Oh, Inman's fun to watch. You know, these outside hitters just it's so much fun to see their timing with the Axness. It's impressive.
Yeah, and so many options.
Yep.
Gilk, another serve into the net. 21-9. It's 25-11 in the first. 25-7 in set number 2. And now the Rebels closing in on a straight set win. Powers to serve. Axness sends it across. That's Inman. And the point.
Well, she's gone cross court like the last 3 times that she's hit, and this time she goes down the line.
And now they bring in Mariano Rivera.
The closer.
Ava Bolter, who had just a terrific run in set number 2. Into the net. Oh, I jinxed her. That's on me.
Her arm's probably tired after the second set.
That's right. Just terrific. Here's Radke, one of the leaders for the Cardinals. And that one goes long. 23-10. Coon Rapids up next. They will get Blaine on Tuesday at home. At Osceola, home to Chisago Lakes, at Maple Grove. Close out the regular year. Tilke bats it over. Cardinals over in 1. Axness right back to Tilke. She'll send it deep. And now the Cardinals tap it over, but out. And now match point at 24-10 here in the third. And Inman to serve. Off the tape, that'll do it. 25-10, Champlin Park rolls to a 3-set win tonight over Coon Rapids. Number 1 team in the state, looked every bit the part. But, as we pointed out, for Coon Rapids coming in, they have only 1 match win this year, but they had some entertaining and some good points to take away.
But, you know, it's educational. It's a chance to get better. You get to play the best. And like you said, there was some life on the Coon Rapids side.
So the Cardinals go to 1-16. Champlin Park 16-2 overall. As we mentioned, next Tuesday at Centennial, they close it out at home October 7th, St. Michael Albertville. Big one Tuesday, October 8th against Wayzata. And then on Wednesday, October 9th, they'll get Andover here at Champlin Park. Great job by our crew tonight. Battling through the heat here at Champlin Park. Jim, always fun to work
Yeah,
with you, my
as
man.
well, Steve.
Yeah, Jim Childs. I'm Steve Thompson. Once again, #1 Champlin Park beats Coon Rapids tonight, 3 sets to none here on QCTV.